Every year on the night of April 30th, the wind howls across the Harz Mountains and bonfires flare into the sky. In Germany, people whisper, "Tonight, the witches fly to the Brocken." But what exactly is Walpurgisnacht? Is it a spooky costume party, a spring ritual dressed up as folklore, or a Christian saint's feast layered over something far older? Let's climb the mountain together and untangle the mix of myth, custom, and history.
I am bored, what should I do? Ich weiß, get Germanized.
Chapter 1. What, when, and where? Walpurgisnacht, or Walpurgis Night, falls on the eve of May 1st. Traditionally, it begins at dusk of April 30th and continues until the morning. The heart of the celebration is the Brocken, the highest peak of the Harz range, which folklore also calls the Blocksberg. Elsewhere in Germany, the same date is marked with the Tanz in den Mai, literally dance into May. While that version emphasizes music and festivity, the Harz Mountains carry a darker, more magical reputation. Chapter 2. Who was Walpurga? The night is named after Saint Walburga, an English missionary who worked in Franconia in the 8th century. Her feast day, falling near May 1st, eventually collided with pre-Christian spring rites. Over time, her protective prayers and blessings were folded into existing traditions designed to ward off disease, bad weather, and misfortune. The result is a strange hybrid. A night that is at once Christian, folkloric, and thoroughly magical. Chapter 3. Why the Brocken? The Brocken isn't just any mountain. It is barren, windswept, and frequently wrapped in thick fog. Strange optical illusions occur here, including the famous Brocken spectre, where a hiker's shadow appears enormous and ringed with rainbow halos. Centuries ago, such phenomena seemed supernatural. By the time Goethe wrote Faust, the Brocken had become the stage for the ultimate Walpurgisnacht, a wild witch's sabbath lit by fire and thunder. Chapter 4. The Witch Night Imagination. Folklore claimed that on this night witches flew on broomsticks or even goats to gather at the Brocken and feast with the devil. Villagers on the ground fought back with protective rituals. They rang bells, banged pots, and cracked whips to make noise that would drive away spirits. They chalked crosses on doors and barn thresholds, scattered ashes or salt, and carefully hid their own brooms so they couldn't be stolen for a midnight flight. Above all, they lit bonfires called Hexenfeuer to cleanse the fields and guard the year's harvest. Chapter 5. Spring rites beneath the spells. If you look closely, the supposed witchcraft reveals something simpler, a seasonal celebration. Fire symbolizes burning away the old and welcoming new growth. Green birch branches, known as Mayen, decorated homes and sometimes became towering Maypoles. Young people played pairing games, leaving birch trees at the windows of those they admired. Dancing into May was more than a party. It was a way of turning the calendar and leaving winter behind. Chapter 6. The Harz Today. Modern Walpurgisnacht celebrations in the Harz are both theatrical and festive. In towns like Schierke, Wernigerode, and Thale, you'll see parades of witches in pointed hats, devils in carved wooden masks, and musicians marching with drums and horns. Markets open with craft and food stalls while enormous bonfires blaze into the night. As midnight approaches, crowds count down to the flight into May, and many events transform into open-air festivals with DJs and dancing. The fearsome Sabbath has become part folklore, part family outing, and part all-night rave. Chapter 7. Symbols and their meanings. Every object carries double weight. The broom, once a household tool, became a witch's flying stick, but also a cheeky spring cleaning joke. The cauldron is both kitchen pot and magical vessel for herbs. Birch is the first tree to green after winter and stands for renewal. Rolling fire wheels and showers of sparks symbolize turning the year and chasing away frost. Even the devil masks serve a safe way to laugh at fear and render evil ridiculous. Chapter 8. Regional variations. Not all of Germany celebrates the same way. In the Rhineland, people pull pranks known as Maischerze, like moving garden gates or switching street signs. In Bavaria and Austria, the focus is on raising Maypoles, while nearby villages playfully steal each other's poles and demand beer as ransom. In Thuringia and Saxony-Anhalt, Hilltop Hexenfeuer blends brass bands with DJs. Along the northern coast, seaside bonfires mark the season, proving the spirit of Walpurgisnacht adapts to every landscape. Chapter 9. Witches and Reality. It is worth remembering that while Walpurgisnacht witches are playful today, witch trials in history were deadly serious. No covens gathered on the Brocken, but fear and rumor did destroy lives. The modern night works best as catharsis. By dressing as witches, people symbolically reclaim a past of persecution and turn it into a shared festival of survival. Chapter 10. Food, Drink, and Green Magic. Seasonal herbs were always part of the spring calendar. Today, one of the most beloved traditions is Maibowle or May punch, flavored with fragrant woodruff. Made with white wine or lemonade, it tastes of meadows and spring. Served responsibly, it captures the playful spirit of the night, a reminder that potions can be sweet rather than sinister. Chapter 11. Visiting the Brocken. If you plan to go in person, be prepared. The mountain is windy and cold even in late April, so layers are essential. Parking is scarce, but the Harz narrow gauge steam railway runs special Walpurgisnacht trips. Expect crowds. Early evening is family friendly, midnight is for the full spectacle. Bring cash since rural networks can be patchy. And remember, bonfires and capes can be a dangerous mix. Synthetic costumes ignite quickly. Chapter 12. Etiquette Matters. Joining in costume is encouraged, whether witch, devil or villager, but keep props soft and safe. Ask before photographing performers or children. Respect the bonfires and don't throw trash into them. Many events are loud, so consider leaving dogs at home. These small courtesies keep the magic fun for everyone. Chapter 13. Sorting myth from story. You'll hear people speak of the devil's wedding on the Brocken or witches really flying on brooms. These are stories, not reports. Walpurgisnacht is less about literal belief and more about theater, imagination, and inherited layers of culture. Pagan, Christian, literary, and modern tourism all rolled into one. Chapter 14. Hosting your own Walpurgisnacht. Even if you can't reach the Harz, you can bring a little Walpurgisnacht home. Light a safe fire bowl or arrange candles, hang a small birch branch on the door, and prepare a simple May punch. Play a mix of folk music and light electronic beats. At midnight, open a window, breathe in the fresh spring air, and make a promise to yourself. Something to leave behind with winter, and something new to welcome in May. Chapter 15. Why it lasts. Walpurgisnacht endures because it offers a reset. It lets us play with darkness in order to move into light. It blends fear with fun, history with tourism, and old symbols with new meanings. Most of all, it unites communities in laughter, firelight, and shared stories. So is Walpurgisnacht a witch's Sabbath, a spring cleaning party, or a tourist festival with excellent branding? Maybe all three. On the Brocken, people gather to laugh at the shadows so May can begin in sunlight. If you enjoyed this journey, leave a broom emoji in the comments, tell me your favorite custom and share this video with someone who still thinks Walpurgisnacht is just Halloween in April. Until next time, and don't forget to watch your head on the Brocken. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/getgermanized or support the channel right here on YouTube as a channel member. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.